InControl, new threat. It's
Actually,
Vertigo, map number 1 of our upper finals. Gus, it's for real. You can pinch yourself because we're getting into some damn Counter-Strike here.
Finally, folks, welcome back to the Frag Qualifier. This is leading all the way up to the Winter Championships, and this is only our 3rd best of 3 of the day. It restarts right now.
Here we go. New threat starting off on that T side. They'll inch their way early on over towards the ramp here as they try and claim some space. It's Kratomo right on the other side. First contact, first for damage. He'll fall away with the information and a dink to his head.
Comes the rest of the train of players then. There's only one realistically on that contact, and he's right behind Jenny. Kratomo gonna be able to get the kill onto Palenko, and not only that, but there's still 3 more players around for the CT team to try to crossfire on. The bomb finally does go down though. So Dream still playing around the box, has 3-4 players to try to aim on, but Clipsanity and Fatality both getting kills at the same time. 3v3 still to go down. Hyena has the angle, but 5 HP left on Kratomo, and he doesn't go down. He wins out that battle. Strider wins out the next, and the defuse goes down as Fatality's late. 1-0 back for InControl.
Whew, what a round to retake there for InControl. They're able to fight their way straight on through. The kit there, the smoke down and the covering fire towards the stairs. In most rounds, you consider that post plant towards the stairs a strong position to be held on into, but on those pistol rounds, sometimes the spam damage not quite enough, and that's what we see here. Now, into the second, the force fly will be strong. New threat took some good damage onto their opponents, and they got that bomb planted into the ground, so the economy stable enough to muster mostly Galils onto these players. Just SMGs, 2 rifles to work with on that other side. Still, this round should bode well for InControl.
Strider with the off angle over, and mid gonna be able to get both. Oh, the conversion for InControl is so good. Full mid control. They split up the map a little bit. New threat. All their players stuck back over towards ramp, and again, they are at a complete lack of utility. Not much to actually break through, and especially back over towards ramp. You can actually take things a bit rawer than you would like. And there you go. The CTs push out the situation. And Andrew and Cameron, goes down in a heap. So instead, now new threat. They survived the onslaught in mid. They're going to keep their ramp positions, and they're going all the way up.
Oh, that they are creeping forward. Arcade, though, this is a great line to be able to find some impact. He should have the first for free, but turns away. Clipsanity has a trade back on through, but Strider maintains at this angle.
Strider, he has the lineup, but he's only able to get none. Hyena and So Dream, now the last 2 remaining in a 1v2. Kratomo, what can a man try to pull off? He's making a whole lot of noise. The elephant feet certainly not going to help him, but he still has a smoke to utilize. The wide swing. The timing is good. So Dream takes down his target, and that is a back-breaking round already for InControl. The cash is fully in New Threat's favor.
Oh, the cash is looking great for New Threat as a team. I mean, the pistol round stolen away, and CTs, they go back and do exactly the same off of their force. For the positioning on the CTs there, the pinch that was coming throughout from lane, it was good positional-wise, but the second a swing came through, utility was in hand, the trade wasn't there, but this is going quickly. Fatality's found one off that aforementioned mid-push. Now the scout forced away by utility. The T's have found such good spacing so early into the round.
Yeah, this is not bad stuff for this T side at the moment. You have a player currently trying to lurk back over towards that mid side, if I'm not mistaken, and he might run into Kratomo in a little bit. Palenko finally running into 2. Hyena actually, and a nice little 2K. Arcade stuck up at the sandbags and can't do anything about the situation. Kratomo, a man who had to fight up back over towards the mid side, goes down. It's 1-2 going back over towards New Threat, and again, because of that force fight from InControl, we're not going to see that team back in a bye whatsoever. USPs are going to be down the line, and New Threats, of course, the goal for them, just keep everything clean, hold on to the guns, and make sure that you don't reinvest.
Yeah, you don't want to put too much into this round. Try and aim for Fatality to get some frags, farm things up. $900 per every single kill for the reward on that map. 10, something you'd love to see. It's a rush out towards the ramps, and Hyena has a great position.
Oh no, but the crossfire is way too good. The Galils, they are meat grinders against these USPs, and indeed it works out. All 5 players survive. It was actually an A1S on the other side helping out. But regardless of what rifles they use, it's still a flawless round. 3-1 going back towards New Threat. But we already see the AWP getting pulled out with Andrew, and that's not a bad idea by any means.
Oh yeah, this is a guy we were talking about a little bit in that elongated pre-show. He is so strong. And this weapon is in his hands. I imagine he'll try and take this early duel out towards the ramp, and no one on the new threat side has a weapon to counteract.
Oh.
He could find a nice early advantage for his squad as KMM, getting sneaky here. Push deep. Hyena just on the other side of the smoke, neither aware of the other's position.
Not gonna spawn anything. Cameron can just stick to the corner at this point. But this is the angle that he wants. Andrew with a contact. But I don't think anything else is gonna actually come out of this. New threat for realistically the first time thus far, we actually have a default. And as they spread around, Cortomo able to get a free frag back over towards that mid side. They're still mounting on a bit more pressure. Mac 10 in a bit of a headshot position right outside of the smoke. Not able to find anything. Back over and ramp. Hyena pops up with a Galil, making a second kill. No, Andrew is there with the AWP, takes him down. Strider doing the same, chipping down new threat to only 2.
Oh, 2 versus 4 here, and the damage has already been dealt. The positioning, not terrible for these Ts. They'll try and group out towards the ramp, and the majority of this hold for the CT side is rather passive. Andrew, though, that line he has established with the op in hand is a good one, and he has utility to back it up, take contact, find a shot, drop the molly, wait for the team. The win condition here is taking down that opper.
So tough to even try to do so. Look how safe Andrew is actually playing, and he has a crossfire back with him in construction if he needs it. But this is a good path here for new threat. They have a smoke back over towards that left lane. They're trying to find a plant behind the boxes, but Arcade with a spray through the smoke finds one, and with fatality on his lonesome, he has to push out the situation and try to get that bomb down. InControl, a massive win for this team who desperately needed a win.
That they did, and it's a good way to pick things on up clean on the finish there. They're able to maintain some weapons. New threat, though, that was just their bonus round. They'll have the full investment into this one. Utility abound and weapons out for the entirety of this T side. Where they want to go with it. This ramp fight has found them success. They're able to scale their way up quite deep, but the issue is with dealing with that opper and deep. We saw the effect in that previous round that InControl was able to win on out early on as well. It was a fight over towards the ramp. Options are here, and all they have to contend with in this round is an op on the other side. Andrew with the reinvestment. A couple more rifles coming on through, so it looks like we might have a momentary pause.
Yeah, just a small pause. I think, I don't even think it's much of a tech pause. I think most players are fine. So it should be getting back into action, indeed, only tactical. So very much an important round to do so. Both teams' economies are currently kind of fragile, so getting right into it. This next round for new threat, they have the advantage with the economy. They can just dig that hole for InControl just a bit deeper, and they're already pushing out the situation back over towards ramp with 3 players, but they're keeping very scattered attention.
Oh, that they are. Cameron, flashed off the line, but he'll maintain Flip Sanity, able to take him down, and so Dream elsewhere. Catches one in the smoke. The CTs, they tried to get ready, they tried to get sneaky, and it turns fully against them. Now, a man advantage by 2, and Andrew stuck on an island of his own devices. An attempt for help is there, but Arcade, he only receives a bullet to the head. The offer, though, almost able to fight back out. Now Strider alone, 1 versus 2, or excuse me, 1 versus 4. The damage has been done onto 2, however.
Strider, if he actually wants to go for it, he absolutely could. But again, look at the economy for InControl. Most of these players are just going to get around 7-ish K in the bank. We're going to see most of the players back at about $2,000. So yeah, it just makes sense that the save goes down. So new threat. We can start to break down a little bit on what their initial takes are actually looking like. And it does seem like they're just trying to go as 50-50-ish as possible on a lot of these rounds. Make it as contested as possible, try to fight out those early contacts, and realistically just try to make the round as volatile as possible. Because if you just try to make it more or less just an RNG battle and all of your players are fighting 1v1s, you know, that's honestly a good way to just break out in Vertigo. Because this map is hard to break. This hard is just physically hard to actually take sites.
It is. But what the linchpin for pretty much any round on this map is that control out towards ramp, right? You're normally committing 3 or 4 players every single round to fight for that space.
And that's why they stack that position every time.
Yeah, that's why they stack it. And while that's important, it puts a lot of pressure onto your lurker over towards the other side. That stairs player has to do a ton, and thus far, every time that stairs player has been tested with a fight, he's been passing with flying colors. Fatality, though, this time, he can't get it done.
Holy.
The push with the pistols is good, and now 2 weapons recovered. This gets dangerous.
This is sandwiched. There's 2 more CT players. Back over towards sights. Andrew, he gets 2 kills off of the 5-7. This sidearm could be actually pushing this team to win an upset round. And they all have rifles now at this point, so it's not an upset. InControl. They have control of the bomb. They have control of the situation. Space back over towards stairs is theirs. New threat, though. 2 players still remaining, both of them coming out over towards stairs. Balenko, oh, this could be kind of funky. They were thinking about potentially a boost, or that could have actually worked through that smoke. But instead, Clip Sanity goes to the right side of the smoke, runs right into Strider, and these CT players with a gift on a silver platter. 3 to 4 going back towards the squad, finally.
Some bit of control
was
regained,
Nico.
and that was off of what? Couple invested pistols. That was it. A quick push in towards the stairs, straight through mid. And, I mean, in diving towards T-spawn, they recover a gun. And like you set up in that round, it was a massive pinch over towards that B site. So much damage dealt. And now, with the rifles back for both of these sides, it looks like we're queued up for another large fight towards this A ramp. Is already a drop down aggression coming through from Cameron, but in another round, he gets punished for it.
It's the worst at times for a lot of these CT players early on in these rounds. We've seen a plethora of entry frags going back towards the T side, and we're seeing even more. A second entry for New Threat as they continue to dig this grave deeper and deeper for the CT side in this round. Andrew and Krotomo, the last 2 remaining in a 2v5, and it's, oh, it just gets worse. Fatality. Raw over towards that mid side, just goes out swinging with no utility and still wins out that battle. And it's a flawless win for New Threat. Look at their economy booming, and the confidence has to be there.
That confidence has got to be feeling great, and that's the thing. That's another round where InControl should have been able to win. It's the only ones that New Threat are winning are the ones that they're stealing away for the most part here, but still,
Hail Mary
it's
force.
impressive, right? They're able to pull it off in most of these rounds, and like you say, force coming through. I wouldn't call this a Hail Mary because you got 3 rifles to work with. You have an op in the hands of Andrew. He can be a difference maker in his own right, but it's glass cannon. It's a risk. What can they pull off? Is it's Hyena, fully armored, fully set up on the other side.
Again, it's all just risks. Down the line, you have limited utility, limited armor. It's tough. They already made the right sacrifices, I think. Picking up rifles instead. And this position over towards mid, it certainly helps Strider with a 1 and done, and he's not going to be able to capitalize. Instead, Clip Sanity peeks out the position, ends up taking down Strider. Arcade in the other side of the server, though, taking down Balenko. Leaving an even position back once again. The T side getting set up back over towards mid, but look at this position back in stairs. Andrew needs that shot onto SoDream, but SoDream instead takes a free op for his team.
That he does. Still, the positioning is good here for the CTs. They're on a quick rotation towards mid. This duel against Clip Sanity needs to come through, and despite the off angle, he still can't ready his weapon in time, so we stay at even odds. And the information is good for the CTs. They're aware that the ramp here towards A is likely the finish. They'll rotate on over, but is the positioning correct? Oh, they've gambled wrong. They're going the other direction.
It's slow, and again, they don't have flashes to go out with. We'll see these smokes cover up the middle of sight as usual. So there you go. Double smokes down, no wall bang coming out for a spray. Fatality did have a good angle, but his footstep might have been heard by Arcade. Arcade peeking out from on top of the smoke, taking out Hyena. That's 1 gone, 2 more to go. SoDream and Fatality playing crossfire. Fatality, his position, oh, not known. SoDream still playing it back. Krotomo coming back on the flank. It's only Krotomo. Krotomo gonna be able to get 1. Fatality, 9 HP, running for the hills. But Krotomo wins out the 1v2 clutch and keeps InControl alive in this half.
Plenty of time, the full 10-second defuse to come through, and the perfect play. No one was watching over towards the lane. The wrap comes through all the way from the ramp side, and no one was aware of it. The T's already so low on HP, and well, the trading back and forth of rounds just seems to continue. New threat, they had all the information they needed, right? A free site taken into the round, no one to contest, but InControl just found aggressive angles up top the boost, and we're able to get it done off that. The economy, though, coming out of that round for InControl, it's not stellar. Lesser on the SMG, bomb mine for 2 of these players, but Cameron again, he's failed with this many a time. He'll attempt for some blood, but can he get it done?
Oh, fatality early on, taking down Strider, so at least over in mid. That's a position that the T side hasn't been able to take too much real estate of, but that's certainly an opening. Clipsanity doing the same for his team. Yet another big opening and another big choke point. Ramp control now being taken over. In goes the mid play from Andrew. Andrew trying to take it back, but could only get 1 kill in his favor. We got to watch out for one player back over towards spawn. Crotomo watching the cross from mid. As Fatality only has 44 HP to try to deal with. The off angle working out behind the sandbag. And Crotomo is all the way down to 13 HP. Cameron down to 16 for New Threat. If they knew the HP count, my God, it's easy for them. But instead, the off angle off the MP9, long range ends up working. SMGs versus rifles. This time it's the SMGs.
Yeah, but look at the HP. It's already so low, and that's a player isolated. Cameron now just has to make a gamble on this rotation, and he has absolutely zero utility to make this retake possible.
Yeah, this one is looking more like an improbability than a possibility for sure. For sure. More like a glass half empty rather than half full type thing. And it makes total sense that Cameron picks up an M4 A1S and runs for the hills. Saving up at least a rifle for this team that dipped way too much. InControl, they're going to be reeling for this for at least the next round and a half. But New Threat, they seem to again and again keep on coming up top off of these economic scenarios. And I swear, we've seen InControl in ecos, I think, at least 2, 3, 4 times now. And yet somehow they're still close. This is quite the lopsided battle in both ways.
Yeah, it's been weird because like we've been talking about, InControl, they're only winning the tough rounds. When it comes down to the rifle v rifle, the way they play their mid round is a little problematic. They concede so much space towards that ramp because the only person contesting it is Cameron on these wild pushes on down. And well, this time the wild pushes through ramp. It's straight through mid towards the ladder room. Strider might be able to sneak on up.
There goes an early peek, at least from Crotomo. But with limited utility, they're able to make a little bit of damage. Strider coming up from behind. Spots on Fatality. Gets the headshot to the back of the dome, and AK is now picked up to continue to try to help all of these terrorist players. Stuck in stairs. They're sandwiched, except for one, actually. Belenko's on the other side. Strider's going to be able to get one. Make it a second! Strider making it work in the back line for InControl. New Threat have nothing else to work with. And in a 1v5, Belenko, he can take away a couple of rifles. He can potentially save this AK, but no matter how you look at it, it's impossibility, and it's going to be a 5th round for InControl.
1v5, the low HP. The money, though, it's not good. You probably want to save this. I suppose there's a case to be made for damage because, well, the economy for both these teams is crippled. He's going to try and get something done, but Strider, he won't allow it. 3 in the round for the man, Andrew, and Crotomo picking up the rest. But it just feels like the win condition for InControl is just the pure, unadulterated aggression. When they go for it, it works. There's rounds where Cameron has been punished, but mid has always been left open. New Threat has practically one player worrying both about the B stairs and about the mid push. So that's an exploitable area, but they've only been pushing it on the ecos. They've only been attempting to exploit it on these lesser rounds. And here again, they've reset to their default, which has been flawed in the past, but at least for InControl, it's New Threat down on a lesser buy, only 2 AKs to worry about. Still, Clipsanity, it's a deagle. It's worrying. It's a chance.
Well, that nade's gonna hurt a little bit. Seeing a little damage go back onto Belenko. But for the rest of this team, they certainly have the bullets to deal with, and indeed, Arcade shows it. 2 free kills for him. It can easily make it a 3rd back over towards that same ramp position. So Dream on the other side of the map. with one of the hero AKs. Actually does make it ring out true. That's 1 kill back for this team, but no space being made. Hyena decides to go a bit deeper, and Andrew has a free kill under his belt. So Dream and Fatality, now the last 2 players remaining in a 2v4. And again, no utility whatsoever, but they keep making up space. Look at Fatality coming up from behind. Has the angle back over towards the mid side, but it's not enough to defend his teammate. Strider ends up getting both kills anyways and takes InControl back with a tie scoreline.
That round looked so scary. For a moment, that Tech9 looked like there was a possibility to find the frag, bring things back under wraps, but not to be. InControl claimed that one, and well, this economy, it stays pitter-pattering back and forth as it's now new threat in the hot seat on this eco round. We're nearing the end of this half, and if a team can find momentum now, it will be huge. This is InControl's opportunity to shut down, and a 4K eco spray. That'll be a great way to get it started.
Do it again, Strider! Get your ace! On land, Strider with the 5K. And just like that, InControl, back in control of this game. It's their first lead out of this half, and new threat. Again, you have to feel bad for them, having so many opportunities against lesser pistols, lesser guns, period, and they still find themselves on the opposite side of a despoty.
It's just beautiful to see a nice little eco spray down like that. The impact not huge. You win that round likely either way.
But it's still an ace. You still gotta have
fun. Keeping it clean, that's cool, but we don't have any time to talk because this one's quick. It's Andrew to grab one. He steals away a rabbit in the night to hop back to his hole as now support will start to come on through, but C's are hunting for a refrag here. They don't want to get overly aggressive. That can be a big pitfall to find yourself in the hunt for the trade, but it's not a hunt for a trade, it's a hunt for more. Instead, in Arcade, he'll get just what he asked for, a nade to follow it up, but not too much damage. It will be finished off. Cameron, he's gonna close, and I mean, aggression, it just seems to be the name of the game. They're screaming, they're yelling, they're getting into it. Woo.
Yeah, I'm hearing a couple phrases here and there. New threat, not seeming like too much of a threat for some of these InControl players with the way they're talking and the way they're playing. That aggression, again, it's more or less a trademark against those ecos like you mentioned, and again, we see it back up towards that ramp play. And speaking of ramp play, new threat is doing the exact same thing, going up quick in the very last round of the half. 2 MAC-10s going up alongside 3 Galils. It's not a lot of utility, but instead the 2 flashes still come out. So Dream's gonna be able to get 2, and they already clear out the sites. InControl with a couple of players that still have to rotate back over towards the mid side. They're already here. Strider and Krotromo with a double wide swing. Bomb still hasn't gone down. 1:25 left on the clock, and we still only have 4 players remaining. Clipsanity going up, gonna be able to get 1 off of Strider. Strider, that is just unfortunate. He got a massive kill to at least equalize the round, but he jumps on top of the box and gets himself revealed. Andrew in a 1v2 with the AWP, pulls up, misses his shot, and no, the molly! Oh, he mollies himself off, he has to run! Oh God, Andrew!
Disaster.
Oh no!
What a way to close the half. I mean, if you're on that side of new threat, you'll take it, right? A round's a round, and 7-8, that's respectable. On your T side, you win the pistol, convert after that, and you're straight into control of this game. Well, I wouldn't say it's the most heavily CT-sided. Once that CT side momentum is rolling, then it becomes a dangerous, dangerous factor. It was good on new threat to keep it so even. We'll have to see if it stays the same into the second half, or if one of these teams can grab control.
It's just those eco rounds. It's just the rounds that you expect to win. They're much easier to win on Vertigo.
Yeah.
So the ecos are easier to win. The anti-ecos are easier to win. So at this point, we are going to have these important rounds where this 50-50 is more important. Vitality and Bilinko going to be able to get 2, but it immediately traded out with a 2-2. Cameron, Clipsanity, Hyena, now the last 3 remaining. After Cameron ends up getting 2, Clipsanity, Hyena. This should be easy for them as Cameron is playing ring around the Rosie against only 2 boxes, and they isolated his position. Clipsanity with the final kill, and it's 8-8 going back for a new threat team that desperately needed to keep things even.
Got to keep things even, and that's exactly what we'll find. 8-8 off that pistol, and I love the pace at which we found those rotations, right? Initial contact made over towards the B stairs, and the second that comes through, then the mid player is already pushing up deep. The players over towards the A ramp are conceding, and that's because of the aggressive style they were showing, right? Vying for space, face checking early on, and the second they see that no lurk is abound, they're able to convert. There is a bit of a force buy though. InControl, they've invested some money around this round. Couple Galils to work with, 1 MAC-10. It's dangerous. If you're on that side of new threat, you want to try and keep this one as clean as possible.
the spray early on. Not much actually gotten, but again, most of the players for InControl not actually going up for any of these early contacts either. You slowly finally see the stream of InControl players going back into the ramp side. 4 of them, 5 of them all here. And SoDream goes out for the peak early. YeniCherry doing the same. It's a bloodbath in ramp. Strider now the last one remaining in a 1v4, and he's left with almost nothing. 81 HP. The secondary rifle, 44 HP, just keeps getting worse. Bomb isn't even in his control. He had to throw down the smoke, and the smoke is barely a one-way. The smoke lands below the platform, and YeniCherry is going to have an easy shot on him. 9-8 going back to new threat, and the one last stand from InControl in terms of a force buy, well, that falls apart.
Pat, it does. So much was put into that round. You didn't have the greatest of damage into your pistol. At least you got the bomb down, so it allowed for the force, but now this money's going to be crippled. Techs across the board, that's all they really have to work with in this round. What's the play? Wouldn't hate to see something fast. It's not like new threat is heavily contesting out towards the ramp side too much. They're normally only throwing one player there, one towards the lane. You could try and isolate this man, but he won't let it happen. Hyena takes 2, and YeniCherry, he comes in just in time to aid his teammate. No one's isolated here.
Oh, yeah.
Friends forever on the ramp, find the round flawlessly.
Lighting up the scoreboard, it's yet another play that ends in an instant. Within 5-10 seconds, you see all 5 kills going down the line, and that's always very satisfactory to see. And it's always satisfactory to see a replay only last about like 35 seconds. Yeah, that's
Beautiful.
cool. That's cool to see. We're going back into the next round, though. It is going to be that full buy, and we can start to see a little bit on how InControl actually like to play these specific rifle rounds. It's a bit more of a default back over towards the mid side, a spot where they haven't had a lot of pressure in. We actually have a pretty deep crossover already. Strider with a 1v1 against Fatality, and he wins that out. The T side with uncharted territory.
Yeah, but notice Hyena, he's playing this rotator role. He'll dip towards CT spawn to help defend if this is a push in towards ramp, but that's not the plan. Deep control towards the ramp already garnered. And the only man to get past in this position, well, it'll be SoDream up first to support a little bit away, but still nearby at the sandbags. That's by YeniCherry. They want to do the same they did in the previous. A flash to set it up. A damage is need here. Information even more so, and they're about to get more than just information. They're about to get frags. YeniCherry finds his too, but SoDream not as lucky.
But still, job well done by YeniCherry. Keeps his team at an advantage, or at least evened up, but still needs to monitor this site. A smoke in his face, but there's not going to be any more utility. Again, this team is pretty much dry out of it. That molly dropped out as a counter, blind behind the smoke, and it ends up hitting onto Strider. Arcade and Andrew, going up forward. Andrew hits up a big frag onto YeniCherry. What a flick. And yet another one. Clip Sanity jumps into his crosshair, and Hyena now. He sees his teammates drop like flies. And now he's left up in a lonely 1v2.
No one's looking.
Andrew looking away, but it looks over at the perfect time. Andrew with the firing range, and he gets all 3.
That is ridiculous. He wasn't even looking in that direction, just has the perfectly timed adjustment to find all 3 necessary frags and take the round back for InControl. That was the one that was crucial. They needed to win that one out on their bye. You lose there, and things start to spiral out of control, but in taking that one, momentum restored towards your favor. This ramp control, it's been pretty troublesome for this team. They're going to go for it again. This time, Andrew posting. He has a bit of an angle through the smoke, but not being tested just yet as Hyena has grabbed the op into this round, so has more might behind the CT-sided ramp hold.
Yeah, but quite the stronghold, though, from the CT side. It's not often that you see more than 2 people playing up in this one area. And indeed, that's what you're seeing. An early 3-man push back over towards that spot, but now they start to go back. It's a bit more disciplined. They leave the rifle back over towards sandbags, and still the T side has yet to know where they want to finish.
Yeah, but look towards mid. There's a player already working pretty deep up. Strider's found good information, but instead over towards the ramp, the aggression comes through. SoDream overpeaks it and falls.
There's a flank going on at the moment with Hyena. I can't tell if that it was either him or Cameron, but Strider still trying to make his way over. He's not going to complete the mid pinch, so instead, still going to be watching out for the T side to try to make their way through. Hyena has construction, going to be able to get the first kill onto Crotomo, making a second onto Arcade. Andrew hasn't been able to peek at all, and they just haven't been able to clear construction. What is going on? InControl
fully losing out the control that they had, but finally a kill goes back onto Andrew. Strider alongside Andrew trying to go up for this. Andrew with a slow peek. Can't actually find the barrel of his opponent, sees the body, trying to find a pixel!
Oh no!
But he double scopes and it ends up going up against him. Strider with a 2K, but Balenko is there for the trade. New threat, probably the most convoluted way to bring back around like that, but they did it.
Andrew, that round was in their pocket. And it just slipped straight on out. A missed shot that leads into the loss, but the issues, they lead a little further back into the round. That aggression on the fight for the ramp, it was good, right? Andrew was able to claim so much space, but in the meantime, there was a player who was able to find impact lurk away. That was Hyena early with his op to gain that information. That meant the rotates were right there. But out towards mid this time, it's so aggressive. They're ready. The CTs are prepared for this play. They've already rotated 4 into position in the bomb. Oh, does it get to come down? Looks like it will. That's
Nice.
huge. That's all they were looking for in this round. Is Strider just has no chance to get more.
Yeah, mission accomplished. Although you're going to see an L on the board, you're going to see quite the overall W for the terrorist side. They get that bomb down. That's some extra cash in the bank. Significant amount of that. As for a couple of their players, it is that difference between that extra bit of utility, that extra bit of armor. However, we're just going to be looking at the long run because now we're starting to get towards that finish line. New threat. They win out one more round. Essentially, it's a reset on InControl. They can convert that all the way up to 14-9. Again, we're starting to get desperately close. The CT side, not switching up too much in terms of their approach. Less utility being used back over towards the ramp side, but it still is going to be 3 players back in control. They have more or less the same amount of players. 3 in ramp, but nobody with a peak.
No one with the peak to work with. So Dream on the spam. Down below as Andrew hunts for some kind of line to work with. Again, it's going to be the same man it always is. Strider on that lurk towards mid, but he hasn't really found a gap since that initial round. Again, it's just the random aggression up ramp that works so well. Cameron able to take down a double, and now Hyena reeling, trying to work back in to trade his fallen compatriots. But he's on a mission of his own. The T's have left. They're hedging their way over towards this B site, and it's only defended by one man. Clipsanity, he needs a clip.
Andrew could start things off. A clip sanity again. He's looking for that, right? That's what you mentioned, the human highlight reel. Can he actually add on to it? Jumping up on top in terms of the boost. Has Arcade around the corner. He's at that funny number percentage. Could easily take this one down. Another player back over to work stairs, but he wasn't actually able to get the shot. Andrew holds up that back angle and B and still ends up getting the big shot. Strider with a kill in that backline fatality. Now the only one remaining in that 1v4, and he decides to go out with a pop flash of his own. InControl, you cannot name a more opportune time to win a round.
And the conditioning that you can see there is huge. InControl, every time that they've taken that ramp space, they commit off of it, leave one lurk out towards mid. This time, they get their deep frag, completely back off and re-hit out towards that B site, find huge success out of it. And, well, in this round, they'll just reset a little bit. Instead of their usual, they're sending 2 out towards the B staircase. It's aggression through mid. Strider, man to hold it on down. And, well, he just can't. That's a rifle.
Okay.
Give it on over.
Okay, I guess so. So Dream taking up a rifle for his team. How much can they actually pull off with this type of position and this type of opportunity, though, because the flank is now fully had. This T side is a bit more split. Still going to maintain that contact back over towards the stairs area. But no, look out, look out, look out! Arcade! He actually won that! Arcade coming up behind. He was rotating from stairs, and he ends up running into Clip Sanity and getting that kill. Now the Deagles, this should be very cut and dry, right? So Dream around the corner, 22 HP, looking for another kill under his belt, but it's not going to happen. Instead, the rest of the pistols, they are stacked up in the middle of sight, so we could see some chaos. 5-7 going out with Balenko. But Hyena and Fatality, the last 2 remaining, they couldn't go through off the smokes. Nice little shot from Hyena, but it is going to lead into InControl taking back around.
InControl looking good. Previous one, they showed that it's a threat if the re-hit out towards the B site. This time they take it swift up the A ramp, win it out in the post. Looks good in doing so, and in playing containment. They were all right with conceding a rifle without greeding to trade that one out and deny that weapon from being picked on up, and as a result, they take the round. Now, we finally are back to rifles versus rifles. Ops up for both sides. It's another fight towards the ramp. Where is Hyena, though? He's in position to contest. There's a chance for him to open things up, and he spotted one. The flash will follow to keep him safe.
Utility going out to try to cover up ramp from the T side. Double molly back. One in the middle of the ramp and one in the back of sandbags. So there you go. The control should be in the T side. But look at this counter. Smoke goes up. More players going up forward. Hyena this time. He is the one with the AWP instead. This could be massive. Again, these terrorist players, they don't have an objective just yet. And SoDream, he does shut down at least one prospect of it. Back over and ramp. It's denied, and Hyena does the same. A big shot onto Kurtomo. At the terrorist side, they're still going up ramp.
That they are, working their way forward, but SoDream, good angle. Hyena as well. He falls off at just the wrong time in the flash. He's blinded up perfect from Arcade to allow the no-scope from Andrew to come through, but Hyena, true to his name, he's sneaking forward, trying to find a bite in the night, but he can't get it done. The no-scope misses, but the spam connects.
Spam connects, thus meaning that this gap just starts getting larger and larger. Lack of utility, though, on really both of these teams. No more flashes, no more smokes now for the CT side, but it doesn't matter when you have bullets. Arcade now the last one remaining in a 1v4 after Fatality takes down the AWP. Arcade now, he ends up getting one in a Fatality, but needs a massive one in the middle of ramp against Clip Sanity, but Clip wins it out. It's 13-11 going back to New Threat.
Are back in business. Looking to close this one out now, just 3 rounds away, and the economy for InControl, it's on a breaking point. You can force into this round, have Andrew drop across for one of his teammates, or just decide to invest into that op instead. Everyone can muster a buy, but the reserves are running dry. The loss bonus isn't fantastic, and this is where things start to get risky. A big pivot in this game is this round right here, and what's InControl's plan for it? They stick to their default, a little bit more pressure towards the ramp, and finally, Andrew's able to win that fight instantaneously. Now options abound with almost a full 2 minutes left on that clock.
And that's all it is for the moment. It's only options, as it's a full contact. You have Arcade all the way back over towards stairs. You have one player in mid, if I'm not mistaken, that's Strider. So, InControl. Oh, the smoke dissipates in ramp. They have 3 players there. They're ready to pop. Hyena just looking for one contact. He's down to 16 HP. One bullet does it for him. He cannot peek out any further. Needs one pixel, but won't get it. Cameron takes him down. SoDream does need a bit of help. He has a second player right behind him. In goes the spray down from SoDream, but SoDream couldn't find a contact. Instead, the terrorists go back, and they might be aiming for the other side of the server.
That they might, and it means Clip Sanity has to find something huge. Spots out the first. We'll talk on the close line. He can isolate this duel. He's blinded up, but the spray, it's good. And the, that's only a tag, a leg, a connection. The Tech-9 is out, and the shot is whiffed. Clip Sanity keeps rolling, and now support is coming through. Fatality is here in time, absolutely. He can cut the position off from mid, but now Clip goes down. So does Fatality, and with that, the round just disappears. Man advantage, a good situation for the CTs, but something miraculous has come through.
That was a 3v3 broken down into a 3v0 within a second or two at best.
I remember it was a man advantage situation to start, right?
And
They've been able to fight it back, and it came to that.
Their approach was good. It was good.
Yeah, and now look what it's done to the money. Tripled for the CTs. They're on a full USP save, just Deeks, and those are going to get shredded. InControl, they needed this round, and they win it in such a big way.
Just a formality then, just watching this round go by, because we could probably predict that this one's going to be easy peasy clean. And indeed it is thus far. Kurtomo, the only one lit. He's down to 25 HP. Could actually go down.
Never mind.
Potentially to the USP, but it's not going to happen by Linko. Last one remaining in a 1v5. Going to try to be able to, at least get a couple of exits. And that's realistically the only thing that you can do for InControl, because look at the situation, Mimi. Next round, almost certainly a back-breaking round for both of these teams, and they have to buckle down. 13-13, and it's only map 1.
This is a good one. This is a close one. A long wait, but a worthy game. What's the plan now? I want to see a timeout. I know that it's mostly pug teams. From looking up there, no one has a coach, so we probably don't actually get one. But even if you don't have a coach, I always like to see it. Give yourself a little bit more time to talk through the options, and well, it looks like I may have gotten my wish. We have a moment here. to think things through. How are the CTs going to buy into this? Because you
Yeah.
could force this, right? At least 2 of your players have a guaranteed full kit, but the others not so much. And it looks like they are going to step down to that double eco, concede this round. That is a hard
Jeez.
call to make.
Yeah, that is. Ooh.
I mean, you get some SMGs, you get some Deegs in here,
Right,
but that's
they
about it. I mean,
could.
InControl should have this round. They should, at least looking at these buys.
Yeah, no, they will. They will. I'll say that now. Hopefully they will.
Never
because
be
if you
too
look
sure.
Yeah, oh yeah. But I feel like at least for this one, you have to throw away that possibility because look at the routing. 4 players for that CT side. Excuse me, 3 or 4. 3 or 4. Back over towards that ramp area, fatality. He has that first contact back over in stairs, and that's the thing. It's the first and only contact. Every other pistol throughout the map going down. Andrew has that spawn, going to be able to get 2. Potentially get a 3rd. The man already has 21 kills. Could absolutely go for more. 2 in front of his face by Lenka with the MP9. That's a big drop down. And new threat. They're not going to have anything saved up for that next round, but they have a plethora of economy. But in we go. InControl wins this next round. And pretty much this entire game is almost literally in their hands.
Yeah, it would be theirs to lose at that point. What's the play for the CTs? Are they going to change something? Let's think back. With the success points where the pushes out through mids, when they were getting aggressive towards the stairs and trying to isolate that B player. But look at this. The T's might be trying something special because there's multiple contesting out towards this B ramp. It might just be a hit. A split through mid towards B. The players on the site are on an island.
Oh, this is so fast. Andrew going down. He's down to 10 HP. And the one-off opportunity for InControl. It breaks down, but the spray through the smoke. Cameron actually gets an easy one. On to Clip Sanity, you still have fatality in the back. Got to be able to get one. There's one player right through the smoke that he wasn't able to get, but Cameron and Arcade still thinking about going back over towards stairs. There's one still posted up close. Arcade with a couple of shots through.
Oh, no.
Hyena! He had the angle, and he misses out on the shot. Arcade, he punishes by taking down Bylenko, but Hyena still ends up getting a shot. Oh, baby, Cameron, 1v3. He wins this. Surely InControl. Could have this game in their hands, but Hyena, Sodream, Fatality, spreading out just a little bit more. You see one going back over towards that mid side, another one starting to walk their way back over towards the A site, but with 45 seconds left, this is just a tense scenario, Mimi.
Where is he going to route himself? He has to contest through mid, but it's a matter of timing. Who's
be
going to be
Hyena.
holding this when? You're right, it's Hyena. 1-for-1 duel. This decides the round.
Cameron with an early smoke, and Hyena has the angle and takes him down 14-14. And we come at a crux. InControl. You're probably not going to see this much money in a Counter-Strike game for quite a bit. $10,000 on most of the players on this T side. But again, for a game whose score is 14-14, it doesn't really seem like that should be the economy, but they'll be just fine for the next 2 rounds. New threat for a team that just won a round. They're the ones that are in danger.
They're in big danger here. How do they set this one up? Hyena on the op, he's been such a big linchpin. When it's not that early fight over towards the ramp, and normally it's him setting something up towards mid. In the previous round, that's how he was able to close things on out. As we just wait to get our way on into things, it's InControl, really, with the onus on them. They may have the economic advantage, but they have to set the tone, set the pace, try and buy something off these 14 rounds that they've been able to gain. It's a flash setup here. The contestant towards ramp, 3 players working out in that direction. The usual utility coming through. This time Andrew's not getting a free one, but the push is quick and they've discovered the player sandbags.
Uh-oh, Bylenko. He has a smoke in front of him. He's trying to leave. Sodream covering up the cross, but his teammate goes down instead. So Bylenko, he's still stuck behind this smoke,
They know
and
it's
he's
him.
still stuck trying to get a one-tap.
Oh, and he finally gets one. Bogs Cameron on the top of the head. Hyena with 34 HP still survives and still gets a shot right in front of him.
Oh, but there's someone repositioned in towards the sandbags. However, it won't be contested. If they went back, there was a risk factor to that, but it doesn't happen just yet. Now, on the rotation back towards this B site, what does the setup look like for the CTs? It's Clip Sanity here in position. The ops mid, there'll be a quick rotation, but when does the information get found? Clip Sanity is so deep into the site, they probably just have to play retake.
Oh, Clip Sanity. This could just be it. He could put his stamp of approval on this match with this one clip if he can try to get it.
40 seconds down. Clipsanity still in the back of the site, going to be able to get one. Another player needs to cross over towards that right side. And Clip doesn't hold the angle. Andrew, that's huge, and Crow gets an even bigger one. Both players gone from the middle of site, and Fatality has to do it all.
Oh, that he does. He's stuck in behind, but look how little utility. It's nothing. Just his kit to work with in his position
Andrew.
already given.
Andrew misses out on the shot, and out goes the spray!
How's he alive?
Oh, the taps go in for Fatality. He still has 6 bullets. Boom! Right in the corner, and Crotomo goes down. In control, 15-14 up off of a 1v2 from Fatality.
That is ridiculous. New threat able to claim their advantage. InControl had that in the palm of their hand, and it was just ripped away from them at the final hour. Overtime. Now a distinct possibility. InControl, they still have the money to work with, but that should have been their round. They have a moment. They need a reset here.
That was theirs.
Keep the mental in control, because this is the only round that matters. Wash everything else away. 29 rounds, that doesn't matter. It's down to this one right here in A-Ramp. That's the destination. It looks to be fast yet again, but the Mollies should keep them at bay. No, they're just respecting it. They're just sending it.
Yeah, this is actually a fast take back over towards Ramp, something that we
But
haven't
So
seen
Dream.
too much from InControl. So Dream sitting around the corner off of that smoke construction, has nobody, if I'm not mistaken, at the moment. So at the moment, CTs, they're only playing contact farther away back over towards site. So InControl spreading out a little bit, stretching out their legs, seeing if they can get comfortable.
They'll just relent for the moment. Fast take over towards the ramp. Gain that space. Gives you a lot more flexibility into this mid-round. You see, there's still a lurk over towards the B stairs, but bomb's been retrieved. The destination here is up A.
In goes the few utility that this team has. Hyena has the angle,
Tag.
but that's through the box. Crotoma down to 19 HP, but Hyena finally gets the shot, but not before Crotoma ends up getting a kill. Hyena misses out on another shot, and he immediately goes down to Strider. One more round to go, and we could get overtime. The bomb goes down, and Bylinko doesn't let Cameron go. 3v3. Andrew looking for an op 1v1 against Bylinko.
Oh, there's a smoke, there's a molly to work with. They have utility, they have kits, and Andrew, he has the line.
Oh, Andrew, what a shot! The flick going through! One more player now in terms of an advantage.
got it
Andrew's
again.
going to be able to get another one, and we are going to overtime.
Andrew, an absolute monster in these positions. 15 secured for this squad. They're able to reset, take things quick on the aggression towards the ramp, and just finish things on out. Now in overtime. It's 19 to win it, 3 rounds and a half for that MR5 format. What do we work with at the MR3? Excuse me.
Yes,
A little different than
MR3.
usual, and as we look back towards our replays, it was Andrew. I
Gosh,
mean,
that
he's been
flick.
such a hero for this team. Every time the op is in his hands, he is finding impact off of it. Such a win condition for his squad, and
Yeah.
unsurprisingly, it'll be invested on in for him. Another T-sided round. Clipsanity, though, this time, taking a lot more space than usual. They're contesting deep out towards the bottom B stairs.
On a map where ops usually get shut down, Andrew thriving on 26 kills. What a game from the man thus far. The rest of his team certainly need to coop up that same energy. Bylinko actually gets a kill out of his position. He's down to 4 HP, and he takes down Andrew.
Another?
Finds the head of Crotomo also. And the situation has turned on its head for new threats. Clipsanity comes up from behind, and the one hope that this T side had in terms of a win, well, it goes down as now Bomb is in the possession of Clipsanity. Hyena with the final kill, 16 to 15, back for new threat.
I love that aggression, right? This team has been so passive on their CT sides for the most part.
Yeah.
And now they throw out what they were only doing on their ecos. Aggression out towards the bottom stairs. You push that the second that kills come out from the ramp. A fast flank was there if needed, but it wasn't even necessitated. The players anchoring, well, they anchored damn well as we hop into another. InControl look to rebound, and this time they're contesting midair.
Yeah.
Clipsanity shut down. You cannot get away with that twice.
No, absolutely not. Clipsanity dropped vertically on that man's screen. Of course he's going to shoot him. Of course he's going to catch him there. Absolute godlike. Cameron. He's going for another one, but out goes the jump! How is this happening? Again and again, you keep seeing situations where
How
it
is that the
seems like
play?
an easy kill, but before that easy kill happens, a trade goes in. So the situation is still a little bit more feasible, 4v3.
That's just desperation. I don't know why he goes for that, right? The nerve's starting to get to these players maybe just a little bit, but we stay in a 4 versus 3. Still winnable for these CTs, but who's going to be under pressure? The bomb isn't recovered. The Ts are fine, comfortable waiting in this mid-round as they post up towards the B side. It's Fatality on a good off angle, but the boost, ooh, this could get dangerous.
Yeah, off angle versus off angle. Who wins this one? Fatality! Oh, he actually takes down Arcade instead. Arcade wasn't able to get a headshot in, so instead Fatality in the back of sight with only 20 HP has to continue spraying. But Cameron finally takes him down with a cross now as So Dreams in the back of sight. Watches one player get into the middle of sight, and in the middle of sight goes down the bomb. Bomb being planted in a 3v2. The terrorists used to these advantages off the post plant, but we've seen them lose them already a couple times. So let's see if they can hold on to it. 56 HP left on Cameron, and he's in the front line. You can see that smoke on the right side of your screen starting to dissipate, and Strider finds his opponent right through it. Hyena with an up. 1v3 off the scope. Weapon to try to take this on, but it's easy for InControl. They tie up the scoreline again.
Back to tied score lines. And the players, they are getting excited. They are getting into this.
Excited.
Excited, a little bit. You know, it's one way to describe it. They're getting
Passionate.
angry, passionate. Maybe that's the way to put it. The energy is in the room here. We enter the final round of this half. In the first overtime here of our first map. And some lovely counter-strike action. The AUG comes out for So Dream. Hyena back on that op. He'll contest his way for a moment here as it's again that ramp getting fought for by the T's. Out towards mid, it's Strider. He's been pushing up mid multiple rounds, never found too much value out of it.
Speaking
But
of
look,
push,
in this
Hyena.
round, it's open, and it's Hyena instead to go down. That's a great angle, and there's no trade from it. Now I think this opens the gap out towards mid. Keep your eyes on where Strider goes off that info.
That is off down. That is pretty much a raw push through that smoke. I mean, man, you cannot get in a worse scenario there for Hyena, but Clips Sanity. He could have a couple of pieces of contact here over towards ramp, or over towards stairs as one of his teammates go down. Clip Sanity, kill onto Arcade. Out goes the op shot from Andrew though, and a man advantage is still, actually no, not there, still 3v3, excuse me. The trade wasn't had. Strider looking over towards that, that cross back and spawn, and Strider with the spray, and he goes down to 22 HP still. That AUG with a couple attacks. One more CT player remaining in the middle of sight. Fatality, he needs to hold it down on his own, but one player able to open it up, and it's Strider with 22 HP.
This is winnable. By Lanka, oh no, he doesn't know. He's not aware of the angle. Strider,
No, it ain't.
he takes him down. This guy has been lurking mid every round, and he's rarely found effect in the time where it mattered most. He finds his frags, he gets the information. It's huge out of him,
Perfect storm.
but it's only advantage. It's not over yet. You need two more on the second half to get it done, but it's the favorite half. The one that InControl found better success. What I want to see from them is aggression. Don't let overtime get you nervous. Fight for it. That's what your success point was.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. The breaking point for them, at least over towards that first half, were the rounds where we ended up seeing them shock this system with a couple of rushes back over onto New Threat. But that was on the CT side, and I don't exactly know if being that aggressive is good. But again, this is Vertigo, and the one-off angles, oh man, they're good. Boy, they are good. These T players, they are playing a bit more spread out, though, in terms of a default. And this stairs position is totally shut down. Crotomo.
He's making so much noise.
Oh my god, that's a lot of noise. He cannot make that boost up on the sandbag, but he's playing up that same position that Clip Sanity was playing earlier. Goes back for the peek, and out goes a pop flash. More utility placed back in stairs as another kill goes down to the other side of the server. That's Andrew with a big kill over on A. And the T players, they're not even going towards that position.
Strider, again out towards mid. This is where he's always trying to anchor. Now he has to just contest against one. His stairs, that's where this push is coming. His site is being left out open, but if they can take down Clip Sanity, that is so much information. So much space has been opened up. It allows this rotation back towards B, and it swings the odds heavily to the favor of these CTs, especially if Crotomo can start this strong. It's Strider instead.
Mid control had, another kill had, New Threat. Right when they're about to go up against the ropes with a map point, instead they're going to keep pushing it forward. It could be a tie scoreline after this Strider. Certainly look for a couple more frags, trying to make this a 3K by the very end of things. The man has 35 kills. That is 35 kills, and yeah, it isn't a regulation game of Counter-Strike, but even then, seeing more than 20 on my screen is already impressive enough. Just about 18 seconds left, and it doesn't seem like this team is going to have time to execute. Indeed, they're going to be saving up the AWP and the AK-47, but for good reason. They're going to desperately need this in only a 10K format.
Match point finally secured here. This time it's InControl. The first to take things towards advantage. They seem very happy about the save that's going down. Excitement all around.
Hyena's having impact, 22 and
New threat now. They'll be able to invest their way back up around those saved weapons. Keep the op online. That was the main priority. Hyena can be a difference maker. When he's given the opportunity in this round, he sees opportunity. Where do they take this? Over towards the ramp. That's where he's headed. Try and take this duel. Andrew has been very aggressive in these positions in taking these duels. If you can win it, if Hyena can take this, it's a great way, but this is different. A boost towards the back lines. This could be punishing if you overswing it. Arcade.
Oh, Arcade, did he make noise off that?
I don't think so. At least it wouldn't have been heard past all the flashbangs, all the utility getting thrown out.
Yeah.
Do they know? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's tough. Again, they have not pulled off this boost at all. It is just the one and done, and let's see if they can pull off the one. Out goes Fatality with a little bit of utility. They're waiting up for it, but they actually take him down. It's good anticipation, and Andrew can't get a shot in either. The opportunity for InControl to shut down this game might be slipping away from them. 3v5. Cameron, 5 HP. He has to stand there like a juggernaut, but he can't do anything. Instead, he's paper thin. Kurtomo, 41 HP, and he has to take it all on, and nothing is going to happen for him. 18-17, and New Threat are only 1 round away from pushing yet another overtime.
I thought that the timing on that flash covered when the jump up came. Not to be the case. It worked perfectly. They were able to isolate that duel, spam away. That created the space to allow through, and it was another situation where
the fact that they were even safe to like slow peek that one position, considering how much pressure was
normally when
ramp,
you do that boost, you have your upper top ramp to contest on the other side, so you have a crossfire. That didn't happen. They had 1 lane, 2 back at the boost. It was weird, but here we go again. This time the ramp, it's aggressive.
Oh, it's double CT right up behind this smoke. There's one person at the top of ramp that could throw in a far flash and see if he can pop it in. Again, there's still one in there. Is that Cameron in the middle?
He's deep.
Cameron is deep in the middle. He's going to be able to get 1 kill spot out a second. 2 for Cameron, but another team right through ramp. Everyone yelling about that one position, and Balenko is gone. New Threat only have 2 players remaining after the chaos left from Cameron. Fatality trying to take this one back with a couple of bullets, but nothing hits.
Nothing hits whatsoever. Where can they get this one done? Utility is still there. You have a nade. Molly, no smoke, so you can't bisect this angle. You have to fight Andrew.
Andrew. He has a Molly to try to fight with 2, and in this position, specifically with that Molly, it's going to delay a lot of time. It's going to delay that plant, but man, oh man, it doesn't matter again what kind of utility you have. The mouse 1 button works just fine. Fatality on a 1v4. No utility, just an AK. Couple shots go in, the double peek is out, and finally InControl. After a 19-17 scoreline, they finally take back the first map. On the second map, Nuke, it's yet another mystery where New Threat and InControl have to face off. But what we said earlier in terms of that CT side, InControl is actually playing up on the T side, so they have to make the rush. And they go over towards the A side. Balenko holds it down, and Fatality gets another 2K. Andrew and Strider, now the last 2 remaining, having to go out over towards single Squeaky. And it's actually working out a little bit. Strider still ends up getting up a big kill, but clips Sanity with a flank, and that is a very fast way to open up this map.
That is a good way to get things rolling, and unless my notes are proving me wrong, the side choices a little bit interesting, interesting, right?
It's not even like our notes. We just more assumed that that Nuke would go back, or that CT side would go back to InControl. But did they pick T side?
I don't know. We don't have 100% confirmation on that, but regardless, talking about that pistol, I mean, it was the simplest of Nuke strats, right? Little bit of utility up top, you pop your way on through, get some aggression rolling straight at the start of the round, and everything tends to work on out, as we do seem to have a bit of a technical pause here. It'll take a moment to get that one resolved. It's land. It happens.
Yeah, it does happen. We are coming back, though. And it's not exactly a great scenario for the T side, and it's not exactly the characteristic force buy that you actually usually see off that second round. It's more actual pistols instead of forced out MP9s or potentially a secondary rifle here and there, but the Tech 9s do work out like they actually should. They actually shoot back, and they end up getting a kill back onto Fatality. Crow comes out of it with only 21 HP, but for InControl, they come out of that long scenario with a hold up.
That they do. W secured. They're starting to work their way into a good situation here. As Balenko, they'll get a little aggressive, toy with some spacing towards this lobby position, but he's rather alone. All his teammates are rolled away. If he goes down, that's a gun given away, but he's not going to lose out on that one. Finds the frag, smokes off his position to stay nice and safe inside of the hut.
Yeah. doesn't need to do much either. He has Hyena in the back of sight. And Belenko, he actually, as this happens, pushes out the situation, goes through the smoke. The T's slip their way right in through vents, and now in comes Clipsanity in the back of sight over towards ramp, not able to get anything, and just like that, it's a man advantage back for this T side, but again, it is just pistols. Rifles scattered towards the ground, Hyena down to 31 HP, Belenko down to 82. Again, these are rifles against pistols, the sidearms against primaries. Can we actually see InControl win out a round like this? Kurtoma in the back of sight, 20 HP. Belenko, that is perfect! Slips his way in the back of Silo and ends up getting the kill. Strider with a big kill from behind. Hyena barely could finish off that kill, but gets it in the end. 31 HP left on Hyena, playing around the corner with a Tech 9, looking for a headshot onto Strider, but Strider pulls it off with the picked up A1S. The eco works out for InControl.
And in the amount of time that New Threat was dedicating to that fight out towards the lobby, InControl had completed their take down towards lower. They had gained so much space. That aggression, it works well for this New Threat squad, but in that round, it created a gap. That gap was exploited and that post plant was secured. Now the money, it's not looking stellar. MP9, couple Deegs, Scout, up against a pretty strong buy for InControl. The saved weapons from the previous, an AK, and Mac tends to try and farm up the money. Outside smokes will come through. No gap to capitalize off of, but Sanity, he's found ahead, and I say no gap is Hyena. He actually jumps above, shows himself, goes down, but Vitality, he's got the trade. This stays in a very dangerous situation for InControl as they lack map control and numbers now.
Are we really seeing it again? A force buy that mainly consists of pistols, mainly. The MP9's the ones making the noise, at least in this round, but still a terrible position to be in terms of economy. And it could be yet another flip of the script. This one working out in more of just the one-off direction. Again, all of these players off the T side getting surprised by these positions. But this is just good micromanagement from the CT, staying away from this path, staying away from where these T players could have control, and just trying to play either a post plant or an off angle. Exactly what we're seeing So Dreams doing. He knows that there's players back over towards Heaven, but he's not peeking whatsoever. Finally going back in after the utility is down. Bomb goes down in the middle of sight. The CT players do have a couple of players here. Andrew, Strider, Kurtoma trying to fight this back, but it's mainly Kurtoma on the outside. So Dreams gets a big kill. Clipsanity doing the same. Andrew in a 1v3 has to be the hero with an A1S. Gonna be able to get one, but not the second. One player close and he has no clue. And there goes the rush. And there goes yet another force buy going back for the team that forced.
Eco for eco for eco. We keep it back and forth. And, well, for the teaser, they just played so separated, right? It almost feels like a little bit of overconfidence in that positioning. An outside push with a smoke that, in a way, created a gap where a fight could be brought. And then, down towards lower, a pinch comes through. Weapons are recovered. And just like that, a round can slip away from you. InControl, do they force back in? Oh, of course they do.
Oh, of course they force.
AK.
Of course they force.
Watch it happen again. Watch it happen again. I mean, the buy is shaky for New Threat. It's recovered weapons, couple A1Ss that have been bought on in for the majority of that squad, but their money's in a bad place. Any damage done by InControl here is good. A bomb plant, that's the dream. And a round win, hey, it's possible.
No, sure is, but it could get shut down as early, too. Look at Clipsanity right from behind the smoke, but he could get Pop Flash. This could just be a nasty surprise. Don't really know for which team, though, but Clipsanity has to back out. Oh, he couldn't actually pull out the molly. He misinputs, and he goes back instead. He couldn't cover up the rush. Gonna be able to get one, and only makes it one. Oh, it's a shambles for Clipsanity. You gotta feel bad for him, but hey, we keep going. 4v4 now for InControl, and they have control of sight.
That they do. But still, Hyena, he tucks close by. Decon won't open yet, but he holds the line. Not enough. Down he goes. Another gun recovered. This eco is looking so winnable. A retake lower with man disadvantage, and look how low the utility is. A smoke and a flash. That's all they have.
Surprising that these T's have more utility, but what's the actual spacing? All three of these CT players surrounding the site. Belenko gonna be able to get two. Making a third. Belenko, a juggernaut. Running through the smoke and getting two easy ones. Andrew can easily get the second. So Dreams is down to 11 HP. A gust of wind gets him. Andrew, one bullet to the body will do it. So Dreams with a spray, and Andrew gets it. There you go. Ice in his veins and holding down the angle is able to keep his team alive again.
And back and forth we go. Another force by victory. I mean, the gaps that are being left are insane. New Threat gave up so much space over towards the ramp room. That missed molly was crucial because the gun recovered. What was it even a missed molly? It was a molly that didn't even come through in the end. And at that, a round one. Forced by somewhat, but it's starting to dwindle. Deegs, a scout, Famas. That's all there is. In control. You'd hope for their sake they'd be able to close this one out.
Yeah.
But it's a crazy world we live in.
Yeah, I would like to hope that a team that has the better guns would ran around a Counter-Strike, but we have been pleasantly surprised for the last 3 rounds in a row. But this one starts off right, at least right in terms of the script. The script goes towards the T side. 2 kills going back early. Belenko and Clip Sanity down early. Fatality with the off angle, trying to look for Arcade, but Arcade finds his shoulder first and easily gets that kill back. Hyena and So Dreams. Oh, I love this spot. So Dreams on top of the door, but Cameron finds him. And Hyena now the last one remaining in a 1v5. He should be saving up the scalp.
Body armor as well. You just keep this one.
Yeah.
Finally, a clean round for at least one of these teams to be able to convert. They're interested. Wondering where each other are.
I need page, Hyena, please, man.
Oh, Hyena. Hyena spotted one.
I'm CT Hyena, please.
He said it. He straight up called out his own position. You heard him say CT.
There you go. He's not lying, which is
No,
the best
he's
part of
literally
it.
not lying. He was literally in CT.
You'd love to see it. All right, clean round there for In Control as they win things on out. Just a faster hit towards upper. Don't get anything too fancy. A little bit of pressure outside in the round. Well, it does come on through. As finally, one of these teams has to concede the forced by war. It's a sad way for it to close, but it'll be new threat that it closes against, and this should be 4, almost guaranteed for In Control. 4's already fine for a T side, and I have a feeling they're not going to stop there. They are already building a scary amount of momentum early on here.
Realistically, both of these teams have had plenty of opportunities to build up momentum, in all honesty, but the one team that wins 2 rounds in a row now has all the momentum in the world. That blows my mind, but that's just the situation that we're in.
Just how fragile the economy is early days, especially for that CT side. I mean, Nuke is great for the CT side, but again, it's a momentum-based map, and money's punishing.
For the T side, it gets even worse because everything seems cheaper on that side. New threat. How do they even take this on? Again, just off of that CT side, they only have those USBs. They just want as much economic damage as possible, but I say that. But In Control is actually doing pretty decent in that department too. We finally have our round up. A couple of jump peeks out from Cameron over towards that mid side, but this is actually good. Even though we're seeing pistols on the other side of the server, and surely the T's know about it, they're still taking it extremely safely.
Safe indeed. Flash outside. That's one of 2 pieces of utility that was spot on in. And it's easy as that. 3 farmed up. No risk factor in this round. And it's the Mac 10 to do it as well, right? How much is that? Let's do some quick math together. 1,800 plus 900.
Yeah.
2,700 farmed up. Nearly 3K. Just off that 3K. Let's see it. Who would have thought? Almost 3K off 3K.
Yeah, so that's 2,700 on top of the win bonus, so 8.1K by the very end of things.
Woo. You take that if you're Cameron. You die as well, so now investment can come through. I wouldn't hate to see an op.
They
Drop it across to Andrew.
Honestly, they could just get an op, yeah. Just
I don't
get
know
the
if
one
they want
off
to,
and
though,
try to
because the
fight
pacing
early.
they've taken thus far has been really fast on these T-sided rounds, right? A little bit of pressure outside, take it a quick hit towards upper. That's been their success point. It's been the speed, because new threat doesn't look very comfortable when they lose someone early.
We have not seen this op off the CT side.
That is true.
Pretty much at all.
Where does he
Hyena, this is
position?
very new.
Oh my God.
Very new for us, and the positions are good. Belenko on top of Silo. He's actually able to get both players running out of HUD. He shoots at their feet. And just like that, it's going to be a couple players left now for the T side to try to rake things back, both in the middle of sight and over towards the outside area. Andrew with a dry peek over in the middle of sight gets 1 kill back, but So Dreams with an early peek takes down Strider. In goes Andrew, and he's down in a heap immediately. Crotomo, 50 HP remaining, and surely has no hope.
Surely not, right? Galil, 50 HP, being held from every angle. He'll walk into the same meat grinder. We said the point of success just a round ago was in the pacing, but not in this one. It's shut down. 1 hold out towards Hut. And the round starts to fall on away. Now we tie up, or at least get a step closer to that as new threat finds themselves at 3. I want to see where Hyena's going to post with this off, because I believe he was I want to say they're outside of ramp in that last one. I want to see
Yeah.
him being a dynamic opera, though. I want to see those pivots between outside, between ramp, keep these Ts on their toes, because that's what he was lacking in that previous map, right? He was almost always
it's an
taking
early
that
peek.
duel. And yeah, you're right.
Oh, it's
Outside,
secret.
Hyena's going for it. Just past the smoke. He doesn't see anyone just yet, but he's in a safe position to continue to fight.
Yeah, that's such a sick spot for an opper. Honestly, so good.
He
The
might
one
get
off.
one. Outside T-Red.
Yeah, but look at Cameron,
Has he
going
seen him?
around, could have spotted his foot, but no he didn't. Cameron finally spots his man, but he's safe into secret.
No
He was
way.
all the way out in the open, but
John,
Cameron,
what the fuck?
he comes out, and he finds Fatality, and he's as surprised as we are, it seems. But in goes the push back over towards ramp. Clipsanity gonna be able to get one, but he can't get any more.
But down secret, remember, Hyena has already rotated. He might find himself in a good position here, down lower. If he can post at the right time, he can turn this round on his head.
It's slow now, though. Andrew pitching through alongside the rest of InControl back into lobby. And this spot here for So Dreams, this is so readable. But does it actually work for a kill? We'll see. Belenko sitting up on the other side, too, and there you go. Very readable. And Kurtzomo gets him. Belenko going to be able to get one. His job has already been done for the round, but he keeps going.
Look at the damage,
Andrew
though.
takes him down, and exactly that. Damage is good. Hyena, can he pull off the 1v4?
But how much of it is it confirmed? I think most of it should be. Both on the Cameron and Strider, but it's an op, right? And look at that money, 2K in the back pocket. If you have an HE, I think you go for it. If you have a flash, you go for it. But he doesn't have that utility, right? It's a molly, it's a smoke, it's good, but not enough. Maybe he throws the one-way smoke up for heaven, tries to get a peek before he
He's
goes
not
out.
going
But
at all.
yeah, time is already too far gone.
That
It pains
sucks.
to see it when that health is so low, but it's an op. There's no real choice to it. Hyena will fall away. And, I mean, we had hyped him up that he needed to be this man, that he needed to be this rotator outside, and it just didn't work. They had a two-pronged setup.
No.
And then the player who jumped up top big garage was isolated. The opera had to completely fall away. So I don't like that continued aggression when your opera is already
Right.
left. You're playing as a tandem. You're playing as a duo there. You need to stick to the play.
Especially in that sort of chaos and outside where you get 3 smokes at the same time.
I mean,
where
it's
you
difficult
get
comms,
flashes
right?
going on
That's a
like,
tough position to play
yeah.
when you're under that much siege.
Very much so. You need a third eye. You need someone else monitoring that type of situation.
And you normally can't get it.
And in that position that Cameron was playing, all the way on the open like that, there should have been someone on that contact. But again, bygones be bygones. I think there was a smoke in the middle of there too. But hey, InControl, they have their own adjustments to be made, but we'll most likely only see that going up into the next round because we're seeing pistols going up into this approach. Clipsanity, he's trying to push out the situation though. Early peek back over towards Hut, but he can't get the kill onto Strider.
It's Hyena pushing with the up. He's the only risk factor. He's trying to go for a backstab here. Belenko does get a single frag done. He'll group up with the up,
Oh.
try and bait in 4.
Cameron.
Fatality gets one as well. Cameron, though, with the trade on back. He's going to keep this round safe. Hyena goes down with the up.
Dude,
No
Andrew
as
came
well.
up from behind that entire time. He was on top of the ladder watching everyone.
He's just sprinting,
He was just chilling,
just cruising.
just perusing, parading around. And InControl is going to parade around with a double offset.
Yeah, this is where I think they have the idea. I was going to say take attack, but no, instead they're going for the ups.
We have an
Double up
op
on
war.
T-side. Double up on T-side. You don't see that one too often. They recovered one for free. Go for it.
I
Where
mean,
do we
you usually
position?
don't see 1 up on the T side, and now we're seeing 4 on the entire map. So
Oh,
here we
missed
go.
shot.
The op war in. Andrew goes down early to one of the ops. That's Belenko with an early peek back over towards Hut. Surely you would never expect it up there, but it's there. Arcade up close could find Clipsanity. Clipsanity walks right into his crosshair, and that's good. And looking over towards the basement, there could be a bit more space to be made now for this T side. Belenko with his shot missed, and he's down to 19 HP.
That he is, but look at this position already gained. They know about the vent
Oh!
drop, and they've got the shot. Strider picks it off. Now into a 4 versus 2. It's an op in the retake. Never the best of situations, and Hyena's already had a rough game. $0. I think this has to be a save unless
Save,
Fatality
yeah.
can get something done. He's going to go for it. He's going to try and get a frag here. If he does, it opens up the door, but I think it's misguided. I think you save regardless of getting that kill.
Yeah. They're not in a position to trade.
No,
Not in a
I mean,
position
no
to get the
util.
one-offs,
One
but
smoke,
that
you
helps.
can't do this with one smoke.
That helps. It's a 3v2, very much still a possible situation, but again, you would need to be committed for it. And now Fatality's thinking about it, pulls out a smoke, and he covers up that window position. You still have double doors to try to deal with, and these 2 T players, they're completely away from this site. Arcade and Strider, they're just keeping an eye on the situation. In goes the man from window. Arcade going out, gonna be able to take down the bomb diffuser, and Strider at the same time coming out.
good plan from InControl, and it works perfectly.
I really disagree with going for it there for new threat. Right? Like, it's a 2 versus 4. Yes, you get some kills, which lures them back in to want to try and go for it, try and commit to something, but the money wasn't there. No util to work with, and the post plant setup was already halfway done in that point in time, so I mean, sometimes you got to make the gamble. It's NACS. Have some fun with it.
Yeah.
It's more of a pug team. Always good, but still, InControl is going to take advantage of that. 7-3 now the lead. It's another eco push down for new threat. They have a Zeus, though.
They do have a Zeus, and that could absolutely be the differentiating piece of utility
in this round. Ramp? Oh, he's not getting anything. It's outside, but wait a minute. Fatality's found ahead. Might get a little more, not quite. Strider on the trade back, and that gun doesn't look recoverable. No CT in a good position to grab that AK.
Nice. There goes the Zeus. Back over towards the other few players, because if I'm not mistaken, the entirety of the T side, except for one, is going down over towards Secret. So wait, can we get Hyena? Can we get Hyena? Oh no, he's sitting up on the rafters instead. Oh, I thought he was actually playing backstairs for a quick second, but no, he wasn't. RK with a spray down, but he gets traded out by one of the Deegs. Hyena, again, a USP, a Zeus, and a Hope. Waiting out for the actual approach. In comes the T side, swinging out, and they found him.
Aww.
They found them.
Disappointment is right, but I mean, Sodream can go for this. This was their save round.
Yeah.
He has an AK.
I mean, instead of going for it last round, they could have went for it this round for sure, I think. For sure, for sure.
There's also a case to be made about saving. Money's not going to look next round either. Yeah. The loss bonus is building, so you should have an investment regardless. Still, AK better than M4.
Yeah.
Am I a psychopath for kind of liking the A1S better than the AK to play with?
No, I love the A1S. That thing's a laser beam. It's so easy to spray. It's always been very easy.
Bad players, Gus.
No, we're terrible. No, we're terrible players.
You tell me you're not a professional? I've been scammed.
No.
I've been scammed in every way. I'm telling Nerd Street.
You're telling me every caster is in Global Elite? What?
This is horrible. All right, InControl will take another here. 8-3 now the lead that they're working with.
You're telling me this Fragadelphia, sorry.
Sorry, I mean Fragadelphia.
Fragadelphia, sorry. 8-3 scoreline currently. InControl looking to take over this entire half, but the double op setup doesn't seem to be dying for the CT side.
No, it's been attempted once. It'll be attempted again. Why not go back into it? They have some confidence. I need to see Hyena hitting something. Okay, they take him off the op. That's reasonable. He's not having a good day with it. Put someone else on the op. Give Fatality a chance. I don't know what team, but I swear I've seen Fatality op before. Give him the opportunity. Give it the old college try. Belenko's been having a strong game as well, but he'll have to change positions because thus far he's been like the hot anchor most of these rounds. Probably switch him over towards ramp, put the other op outside. I don't think you want to put an op inside. Maybe put it mini,
Belenko,
even that's weird.
Yeah, he was going in for like a one-off hut play last time he had the op, so we'll see.
Outside.
Oh yeah, this one way safer. Yes, yeah, way safer. Both players playing outside and back over towards ramp, but that's not the only thing we need to pay attention to, of course. The rest of the utility going back over towards the outside area is purely just monitoring the situation. A second smoke goes in to try to cover up the actual cross from Cameron, and it's well timed and it's well utilized, but does it actually work for a kill? No, it doesn't. Clip Sanity with a couple of words after the frag too. All is good. One-man advantage going back for new threat. And Fatality can make it even deeper.
Oh, this is a good angle to be
look at
found.
Blinko!
It's Blinko instead. He opens things up. Strider has to trade, though. That's one of those ops down. Andrew will hold. You're the teaser. You cut noise for Monk. You have good spacing out towards ramp. Cut noise. Give options. They know about the hot play, but Andrew, he shuts down the aggression. Hyena on the trade back, but look at the space taken. This upper side compromise. Still Hyena. His angle is crucial. He needs something here, and he's felled the bomb.
Oh, Hyena goes down immediately to Andrew. Andrew with the swinging op. Has to continue now the 1v2. Clip Sanity and Fatality. Waiting up for the actual approach. Andrew has not made his way out of hut. And Clip Sanity would have that peak. Clip Sanity playing up on a boost outside. The shot misses for Fatality. Andrew looking away entirely. And that's just a whiff from our boy Fatality. 22 seconds left. Fatality just going for the jump peak. Andrew having to move around. Still going for that peak once again. Fatality in. Not going to be able to get a kill. Andrew through. And it's one of the weirdest played rounds we've seen in a good bit. The fake plants going back and forth, trying to bait out the contact, but nothing comes out. So instead, new threat with an easy 1v2.
New threat win on out. Now the real question is how much momentum can we build off of it? I don't know how I feel about reinvesting into the double op setup. I don't think it's what won them that round, to be quite honest. They got a couple kills off the ops, but I don't know. My faith hasn't been bought just yet. I want to believe maybe this is a chance. The op switching hands again. It's off Fatality back to Hyena. Hyena position ramp. Bylenko again on this outside area. But inside, that's the main area under contention at the moment. 4 players out towards that lobby side.
And in this outside area, Fatality looking for a trap, and Cameron might just walk into it. Fatality, he walks back into the lane between the box and the garage, but Cameron,
he hears that.
He still has it. He's going to have the angle, and there you go. Cameron heard it all, and now Bylenko. What can he try to pull off? He needs to salvage this without dropping the op, of course. Again, such a volatile spot. He just has no clue how close his opponent actually is. Everyone else from the T side is currently standing up back over towards lobby. There's utility going down to the A site. It has to be SoDream in the middle of the site who can't do anything. No scope from Bylenko, and he's down. Clip Sanity, the only hope.
Oh, retake here is going to be tough. There's util to make it work. Clip Sanity, he has to
Clip
go now.
Sanity!
Finds the first. Dropping toward the side they need. It's perfect. Andrew trades, and he's got the second. The up there to clutch it up. Insane from Andrew.
Andrew with the 1v2, and he does it on the fly, denying Clip Sanity his ace, but my, oh my, how does this situation even get to that point? We saw everything breaking down. Clip Sanity with half HP, and he still needed to go through a 3v1 in the middle of sight. My, oh my, InControl, lucky to be InControl.
Look at the money now. It's crippled. They invested back into that double op setup. Don't really get anything out of it. Now it's just the pistols. 2 MP9s. It's not great. InControl looks for double digits on the T side. And they might just find it. CZ gets 1, but that's all that's going to be found on this round thus far. The spray away is going up and down the ladder. You can dance the dance, but you can't walk the walk. It's 10 now found.
Trying to listen to this trash talk, high key.
It's good.
It's very good. It's what we came here for.
Who is it that's been the most vocal?
I don't know.
It's someone on InControl.
I think it's really the entire team, but I think immediately after Clip Sanity got like just like an easy off-angle frag, he just started yelling out, "You're bad."
Yeah,
I think somebody did. Somebody did.
Someone with the name of Clip Sanity would sound like someone talk some trash. But here we go, towards the ramp. Fatality drops his molly, falls away, but his teammates, they're falling around. Hyena down. Oh, he's been damaged. 73 HP, but he's alive for now.
Cameron gets 2 at the same time, though, in Arcade. He can continue to pour on more damage. Cameron with spray through back over towards Hut. Bylenko still gets a kill. Can he make it a second? The no-scope hits, and there's no third pixel for him to aim on. Bylenko, the one-man juggernaut in Hut.
SoDream, he's recovered the op, trying to play with it, but the site's been lost. Cameron will play. This is a dangerous position, but SoDream not contesting up the ramp. That's been hurt. That's been shut down by Andrew.
God. SoDream, Bylenko still having to go for it, but Andrew with a big shot. SoDream 1v2 going to be able to pull off the kill onto Andrew from behind. Cameron 36 HP, but still has the bomb planted in front of him. SoDreams has to push out the situation by himself. Again, no peek coming out. Oh, Cameron, he's thinking about it, going over towards that left side. SoDream can't find him, jumping over.
No way!
The no-scope from SoDream hits! Oh, hell yes, SoDream! 5-10, and that's at least a consolation round to end the half, but what a shot in a 1v2 clutch.
That is
from
ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Did he even stop moving?
Yeah, he saw the no-scope, and he was just like, I don't know if I got the hit. Sending it.
That is outrageous. I mean, what a way to pull back in, but let's pull ourselves back down to reality, because it's 10-5, CT side at half on Nuke. That is not good for this match.
That is terrible. That is admittedly terrible. That is a situation that...
It's not unwinnable, though.
No.
Win the pistol.
But not many normal teams on Nuke can take back in a trusted fashion. Not impossible, but very hard. 5-10 going into that second half. InControl in terms of their actual setup. It's very much a default. It's very much neutral. A couple players back over towards the A site. It's very much spread around. The dualies, actually more interestingly enough, actually playing on top of the HUD area, which is actually a good spot to play it out with. Crotoma has to deal with 4 players over towards the outside area, though, and one of them ends up getting a headshot. There goes the landing. Clip Sanity can't get a bullet in, so instead, he has to rush in onto Crotoma. Finally gets a bullet to the body. Clip Sanity with a couple more bullets in. Cameron trying to help out. Strider on top, and nobody's getting anything. Arcade finally gets 1 kill back, but new threat
It's almost a flawless round. Only one casualty goes down for them, and now their momentum starts to build. That's a 6th round.
The momentum hasn't built yet, though. It's just a pistol. You need more than that. But InControl really found no damage, so the money won't be there to force into this too much. They'll still make an investment. Deagle's a scout. There's a risk factor associated, but the buy is strong for new threat. Bomb down, clean round. That's what you like to see. Hope for some damage off those MAC 10s. Start to keep the economy rolling.
No actual approach then from InControl to try to take potentially advantage of the close angles with those pistols. It's a bit farther than you would think and a bit safer. It does help that in the middle of the site here you do have Strider playing on top of Hut, another contact in the form of Arcade. Cameron, however, thinking about more up towards that ramp area, but again, that comes at the expense of Clip's sanity already being there, and Clip ends up getting the contact. But otherwise, with just about a minute left, these Ts aren't really budging.
No, they're not. Not moving too much. Outside smoke's thrown. No one's following this up, just a fake, but no one's really biting off of it. CTs are content to just anchor on the site. One player second vent. And look how low the utility is. There's nothing to clear him out as Strider finds the first. That's a gun down. Flash to support, but the trade is through.
Oh, Dig around the corner. Kratomo doesn't hit the shot. Andrew and Arcade hitting. And just like that, the round's over again.
Go, baby!
InControl. This game is theirs. It's in their control for a good reason. They force up after losing out on the pistol, and they pull off the same 2nd round miracle.
You can hear the players shouting it, but that is a bad round to lose. That is an awful round to lose. I mean,
hey, that's true.
What was
That's
the
bad
strat
round.
there? Like, they throw smokes outside and then just try and hit upper, but look how bad the util was. 3 smokes were committed. There was very few flashes. Like, nothing was pushing InControl off their lines. And they effectively hit it. This is my worry, right? It is a map that requires a lot of depth in terms of utility, especially on that T side. You will get punished if you don't have that depth. And thus far, they haven't shown it to me.
Ooh, they do have shots. Malenko with a nice little headshot onto Andrew, but the setup back over in Mini is much better, I would like to think. Crossfire between Strider and Arcade actually works out well. Did not expect the shotgun to actually come into play back in Mini, but here we are, Hyena facing on that same threat, but with a smoke in the middle of his face. I don't think he wants to approach, and Malenko can go back and try to group up with his teammate. Just about a minute left on the round, and InControl with, I'm not going to say a minimal buy, but not too deep. Looks like they're going to be able to make a whole lot of mileage out of it and potentially use it up into this next round. They cannot give up any exits, though. They cannot give up any of these last few kills. They want to maintain their economy straight. MP9 back over towards ramp, and that just might be the target for Blanco and Hyena heading up right towards it. They have minimal utility, but they still have a little bit of armor to try to deal with. The MP9 peeking out. Cameron, he gets spotted out with a flank coming in. Oh, that's a no-scope headshot coming up from Blanco. Up close and personal with Strider. So, okay, that's a good one-off shot, but the man disadvantage is still there.
Yeah, and look at this rotation. There's already a player upper, the ramp player playing that rotation, so this one should be shut down, and Cameron's closing the door behind him.
Closing the door, they have to pop it. 15 seconds left. Hyena and Blanco out. They go! The shotgun from below actually gets it. Blanco needs to wide swing with the MP9 and get this kill, but Arcade with a rifle barely survives. 6 HP remaining on him, but Cameron was already there as the linchpin too. He was back in Hut with full HP. InControl, they had that situation on lock. However, how did their economy end up faring up? They have to rebuy into the next round, but they have the pistols to face.
Still, I mean, the rebuy is going to be strong, and like you said, it's against pistols. They can bolster their ego off this round. Normally, the roles would be reversed. It's that 2nd round force buy win that is just coming back to haunt New Threat. If they lose this game, in big part, that'll be the reason. And already, this eco's not off to a flying start. It's Glocks, but you'd hope for at least something, and with those hopes, they'll stay dreams for the moment. It's outside. The weapons with the superior range will show the superior firepower and keep the round nearly flawless.
Nearly flawless. One player goes down, but the rifles are picked back up. And yeah, that was what I was mentioning earlier. I mean, really one of the biggest reasons why this map is actually still bad for the T side is because of those hard to win rounds. It's because of those ecos.
I mean, when you're on the ecos too, you have no utility. It's just a util-heavy map, especially towards outside.
It's hard.
You just can't get anything done. There's so limited options. I mean, this buy round is almost 100% needed for New Threat.
Yeah. So New Threat
They have to go back, they have to try again, but this time with a whole different challenge. Look at the aggression from these players from InControl, getting deeper and deeper back over towards lobby. Andrew, with a bit of a peek, he does have full line of sight, but does anyone actually peek out? There's one in the open, Andrew gets the kill onto Fatality, and immediately the two players from this defensive side back up, they're safe, and they escape with a man advantage.
Fallback reroute for the moment. Andrew still outside. At least was for a moment. Now he'll re-rotate. Group with the team. I love the amount of pivot they've given, but yeah, this one is going to go outside. Utility queued up from that back spawn position. Look at Arcade. Sneaky position here in Big Garage.
Is Arcade going to actually find anything off of this? He
This
doesn't
is a
have
deep
a second.
smokes. He shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a second contact either, trying to look over.
These smokes are weird. Where's that third one? Why is it missing?
Yeah, there's
There's
a gap.
Big gap, and the bomb's
There's a
dropped
big
in
gap.
front of it. Andrew can take full advantage. Flip Sanity is just
Oh my
desperately
God.
trying to run. You need those utility pieces
Oh.
to hit, and it just doesn't happen. A flawless round. That is a catastrophe, to say the least.
It's they
Was there
thought
even a
they
strap
thought
throw,
too much.
or
I mean,
did
they
it
they
just miss?
they had an idea with it. They didn't spot anyone back over towards Garage. At that point, it was just trying to fight the contact and Mini. I don't know. I don't know, honestly. That just a tough decision at the very end and just doesn't go right. So simply speaking, InControl, they win this next round, and my, oh my, this one has to be theirs. Look at the economic difference. Look at the guns already just in this round alone. Andrew, what sort of barb can he get?
Blind.
Through the smoke, he gets Clip Sanity. And certainly he can get more. He backs up, but no more is his. Mac-10 going through. The Galil actually gets a kill. Same thing with a Mackie. Strider still up top alongside his teammate. None of the CTs can go through. For the T side, this is huge. They have to face Cameron.
Oh, Cameron down below on the site. He has nothing to play with. Just has
Cameron.
to work this on his own devices. How much can Cameron get done? Stays calm for a moment. Cameron stays safe. Palenko stays in his position. There's options here, but they're being cut off from behind.
Cameron hasn't actually been spotted yet. He hasn't been peeked. Strider! Strider!
He gets
what? What? How did he get both?
That's outrageous. He shouldn't be able to get away with that, but the round's not over yet.
How
Cameron
did
is still down on the site. Wait,
Are we
they
just
have
gonna
to
ignore
wrap.
that?
They have to wrap. This is still doable. This is the round that they
Like-
absolutely need. And the push is still coming through. Strider's still alive. He's the walking wounded, though.
I'm going insane. Like the spray down, 2 players, different angles. That is so good. Blinko.
Discipline.
Yeah, that's,
No! Turn it off. That
Turn it
cannot
off. Cancel
be
the game.
happening.
Don't-
That
no, it's
cannot
over.
be happening.
Call it off.
He whiffs a shot in that
Call it
situation.
off.
Now it's just fatality alone.
Oh.
1 versus 2. Oh, where is it?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh no. What are we watching here?
It's on his back. He can get this down. He can play the post on if he wins this. There should be no world where he wins this, right? Molly?
Oh, no, he
versus
can.
Bolt. Do they disrespect it? No, they just play on the other side. Fatality, though. No sound cue is made. He's not aware
Let's go.
that they're both here. Is he ready for this? It's a double swing. So much pressure. He finds one. Not quite the adjustment. That whiff. Oh, that whiff. Oh, no. That round was in their hands. It wasn't just in their hands. They were holding it.
That was
That is a tragedy. 2 rounds like that in a row.
The win was on their screen, and it was one mouse, one click away.
He
I
was-
can't.
Why do you
my,
fumble that?
oh my god.
That just lost him the game. That
It
just sealed
literally,
the deal.
literally, that could have lost them the game. But again, that did have to come down to a clutch at the very end too.
How do
that
you
one.
reset your mental off?
I don't even
around
know.
like that.
I don't
Like
even
that's
know.
gotta
I'm-
just cripple. how you
I'm
feel.
personally out of it, but in comes yet another reapproach. InControl. They still have guns. New Threat have guns too, but oh my, the bodies are dropping early. Andrew gonna be able to get one. Can he make it a second? Just around the corner. He's trying to look for a pixel back and Squeaky, but can't find anything. There goes the dropping Clip Sanity. Puts a bullet in the hand of Andrew and make it a second for him. Can New Threat actually pull this back?
He's made a lot of noise. Oh, what? He's not ready. Clip Sanity grabs another, but still backside the anchor. They're going for the knife. What is that? Somehow the round is still won. The wrap up from
What?
heaven. This is insanity. 3 rounds in a row of just pure tomfoolery.
I honestly don't know what we're watching anymore. This is not a regular game of Counter-Strike anymore, boys. This is quite the scrap. New Threat. Still back with full utility. InControl doing the same thing. This time it's a lot heavier and a lot faster, back over towards the outside area. New threat, however, they don't have more players. It's only one player actually making their way up, only one AWP actually on this team, and that op is going to be able to get the first frag. Andrew with the crossfire on Eclipse Sanity. Belinko, he is at least spotted out for now. His position is known, but back in ramp, that's everything. The T side have ramp.
Oh, but look at this Strider. Can he cut this off? Yes, the spray good. Down through the smoke. The op shot, though.
Oh, Andrew.
It misses on out, but there's still an anchor on the site, at least for a moment. Quitomo, he'll come on this rotation very soon. They have a moment of respite, but not for long. This pinch should come through from behind to outside.
Oh, but look at the clear. Look at the clear.
If they go away, this could work out.
Arcade's clearing everything. He's giving all that information back. Arcade hasn't spotted anything just yet, and he's not even making his way out. No, he's not.
No info on ramp still.
No way. They have no clue. They still have no clue. 50 seconds left. The CTs are still down in basement. That clear has not come in from Arcade. 45, the T side, still yet to actually make their way into the middle of site, but this is very clear. They've left everything to a mystery purely because they want the pick.
They need the pick, really. But look how this is being set up. All three together.
Oh my god, what if they go back secret? Oh, no, they're not.
No, they're going to go upper here. Probably plant that bomb. Control space towards the upper. Hope that secret is the rotation point and try and cut it off.
Here we go.
Who drops for this bomb plant? Did they both go down? Because that feels like they're conceding so much space.
No,
You keep someone having here to fight.
This is good. Keep the two-man, keep the verticality, and try to fight out as cheesy as possible. In we go, the wide swing from Hyena. Missed enough fatality on a 1v3, has no idea what these players are, only knows one. Utility out of Mini. Fatality waiting for at least a third contact. Out goes one, can he make it a second? Yes, 48 HP left, but Fatality goes down in a heap, and so does New Threat, down to the loser's bracket. In control of the bracket, and in to winners finals here at Frag.
Quick little 2-0 to work with. The first map so hard fought, but we get to Nuke, and the gaps started to show. New Threat, I don't think they were fully prepared for this map. To play against a team that plays it consistently, that has the set plays, that has the utility for it, just looked like they were outgunned.